before you go in there and make a fool of yourself, you don't have to wear makeup. You could actually show up to the interview bald if you wanted to, but I don't recommend it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your boy Omar's Look, back in the building with another video. Now, as you can probably tell from the title, this video is all about how to book the job at ULTA Beauty. And it goes without saying, I am the newest employee of ULTA Beauty here at my local ULTA. Now, you may be asking, oh, you've seen this video 1,000 times, but you've never seen it from a guy in makeup, okay? Now, if you wanna know all the tips, tricks, hoodwinks, all the little ins and outs, keep on watching. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna spill so much tea, so many secrets. Keep on watching, don't go anywhere. I'm watching you. All right, you guys, so now that you've watched that long ass intro video, we're gonna get right into it. So I have notes here on my computer just so I don't miss a damn thing. Do we sense a theme here? Do we? Okay. Anyway, and if I turn this around, you definitely sense a theme, but we're not going there. Focus. I need to focus. So, number one on my list. Starting at the beginning. So, I'm just gonna tell you how this all came about. So, I shop at ULTA Beauty like a madman, okay? I'm in there all the time, whatever. So, I guess this one time I was in there and I asked about hiring and all this stuff, and they were like, oh, the application's like online or something. So I guess I went online. This was probably, I don't know how long ago, probably like 2 months ago. I might have I'm pretty sure it was 2 months ago. Go online, fill out the application. Didn't hear anything back at that time. And so I guess they were hiring for seasonal staff recently, obviously. And I get a text message from the general manager, and she just explained to me, like, hey, like, got your application, saw this. And I was like, I didn't apply to ULTA Beauty, because at the time I literally had forgotten. Like, I was, excited that she wanted to call me in for an interview, but I didn't apply to ULTA Beauty. Like, if I did, it must have been a long time ago. Like, whatever. I'm already working a current job, like, I didn't apply there. But anyway, I digress. So they're hiring for their seasonal staff. So I go in, I think it was a Tuesday that they were having like an interview, a session, and she was pretty nice about it. She said Tuesday at like 1 o'clock. So I go in there and I'm like, there's a lot of people in here for, this interview thing. I wonder if I'm getting a little skeptical at the moment. Come to find out, it's a group interview. Who knew? But whatever. I should have watched more videos like this one explaining on, because later on down the road, I watched videos and they were like, oh, it is a group interview. Like, they usually do that. Oh, sidebar. I don't know if I told you guys this was a moment. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that. Stop the video. I cut my hair. I cut all my hair off. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. Back to the video. Okay. So, they're hiring for their seasonal staff. It's a group interview. Period. So I go in there and there's about like, I'd say 6 other people there, but none of them identify as male. So I was the only man there. Like, the only one. And I'm like, ooh, like, this can either work in my favor or be totally, like, I must be totally out of my league. So I'm a little intimidated at that moment, but the interview gets to going and we make introductions. We all say, like, who we are, where we're from, schooling, what we do, for a living, whatever. And you know me, I'm not a quiet person. So I'm just in there yucking it up, ha ha, he, like just back and forth, with the interviewer, with the general manager. And you know, like being myself. So, backing it up, before we even got to this group interview, I was like, okay, so like, what do I do? What do I wear? Step number one, when you go into an Ulta Beauty interview, you want to wear black, like head to toe black. Now here's what I did, since I'm special and I'm this big personality. Of course I wore all black, but the top I wore was a printed top, and it was like flowers, I think, or something, but it wasn't just like a solid black boring shirt. No, it had a little nice little print on it. It was still classy, very, very business casual, I'll put it that way. And it was very nice. It was very crisp, it was clean, there was, you know, very put together. I'll put it like that. Look put together, okay? In black. And it doesn't have to be like stark black, everything head to toe, but that's what they wear in the store. That's a part of their like color scheme is black. So be sure to wear black. Make sure you are the most on point that you have ever. Make sure your eyebrows come down to a point if that's your style. Make sure your face is beat, no creasing, blend everything, and make sure you look like the best version of yourself if that's what you want to do. You don't have to wear makeup. You could actually show up to the interview bald if you wanted to, but I don't recommend it. But make sure you are popping, okay? Make sure eyes busting, lips popping, gloss, everything popping and in place for you. And just to show that you have some knowledge and skill with makeup, okay? That's what that's for. Now, you want to make sure to sell your brand in the interview. So like I said, I go in and I'm not like disruptively loud, but like I'm just me. Like I'm 100% authentically me. Like you can't get any more me than me. So I go in there and I make sure they understand that, and I'm just really confident. And I think that's another key is have some confidence, okay? Don't go in there and be meek and quiet. No. Go in there like you already work there. Hey, how you doing? How are you? How you doing? Okay, I see you. Go in there like you own the place. You're popping. If you look good, you'll feel good. Okay? Go in there and pop and live your best life. Okay? That's all I can. Be confident and be personable. Be a good person and really speak to everybody. You're not better than everybody. Really engage and get to know people. Learn people's names, like right off. Learn people's names, okay? Because you never know, those could be your coworkers or whatever. But just learn names, and since it's a group interview, really listen to these people's stories and where they come from, and don't dismiss people. And I think that will show the interviewer that you are personable and that you can work with customers because you're engaging with your other interviewees, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So yes, let me see on my list. Sell your brand. Yes, I said that. Be confident, but stand out. Now, how do you stand out? And it's different for everybody, but for me, how I stand out is I make it very clear that I understand my position in life. So I made it very clear that I am a man in makeup, and you don't see a person like me walking down the street every day. And there are people like me out there that come into the store that want, whatever product, but it'll make those people more likely to come into the store if they see somebody that looks like them in the store, representation. That's what it is, representation. So I made that a selling point for myself. I just made it seem like, people reach out to those that they can relate to. So say another Black man in makeup comes into the store looking for products, and we eyeball each other, we see each other. He's coming straight to me and asking what I recommend. And I guarantee you I'll get him to buy something. So I made that a selling point, if that makes sense. Like, sell your brand is what I was saying. And that's how I stand out, is that I know my position in life and I know where I am. And I make sure that I make it clear that I'm willing to use that to my advantage. Period. So, back to the interview part of everything. So we're in this big room, the back room, and they're just going over, you know, like everybody's names or whatever, and you know, where you're from, your current year in school, whatever. And then they get to the actual interview. Now, here's where all of these steps that I listed come into play. These questions are no joke, okay? So, perfect example of one of the questions that I was asked. Give an example of how you've worked with a team to achieve a goal. Now, they go around the circle in no particular order. You can shout out whatever, but your interviewer is like having a pen and paper and is like writing things down as you talk. So don't let that intimidate you. So for me, my background is in theater. So I used that. I was like, okay, so you know, you do theater, you know, you don't really have much experience with customers necessarily, or like sports teams, like you don't really do that. But theater is a collaborative art. So say that. So I used that whole thing. I said, theater is a collaborative art. No one is better than anybody. You all need everybody to achieve the goal of putting on a production. Productions are very large scale things that all hands on deck are needed. So I use that, you know, as my answer to that question. Don't be using my answers out there. So I'm just gonna give you some more examples of what they asked. Recall a time when you went out of your way to ensure a customer's satisfaction. You know, just giving you things to think about right now. So you can go in there and be prepared to answer these questions, just in case they're in your interview. So what are your strongest assets? Or what is your weakest attribute? And don't be afraid with the weaker question to really just answer it. Like, it's okay to have weaknesses. Weaknesses are human. No one is 100% just flawless at all times, okay? Like, that's just not real. It's just not real. Sorry, Charlie. It's just not real. So, don't be afraid to just express those weaknesses. And I wouldn't say weaknesses, just one weakness. You don't want to like blow your chance before you know, actually have a chance. So just one weakness. That's two. One weakness. Where's this video go? Just one weakness, okay? I don't even remember what I said, but just one weakness, and make sure it's, you know, genuine, and say like, I'm working on it, you know, but one weakness. And then like, another question maybe they would ask is, what do you hope to gain out of a job with ULTA? Now, usually when the companies ask this, my go-to answer is a safe environment where I can grow. That's actually two things, but a safe environment where I can grow as far as like climbing up the ladder, advancement. Okay? Now, that concludes like their question and answer portion of the interview. And then they'll ask you, do you have any questions? Now, before you go in there and make a fool of yourself, number one thing you don't want to ask the interviewer, so what is the pay? Oh my gosh, if you don't ask, literally, oh God, don't ask that. At least I would not. Like, if you do everything on this checklist correctly, and then you get to the end of the interview and you're asking, so what's the pay? You blew it. You blew it. Like, because that makes it seem like that's the only thing you care about. So, some questions maybe to ask is, how is the turnover rate here? Meaning, how often do people leave this job? Because that informs you how the management is, you know, if people leave because of management, poor working conditions, you know, that will inform you. Now, I don't really see this industry, people really just up and leaving that often, because like every time I'm in that store, and it's been around for a while, every time I'm in that store, there are the same people working there. They love it, okay? So, but turnover rate is a very good question to ask, because you want to know like how the working conditions are. I also ask, you know, is there any chance for climbing the ladder? Is there any, do you guys have any benefits, you know, programs, or, you know, just find something really intelligent and educated to ask. Don't jump straight to pay, because when you get that call from them saying, we would like to offer you the job, they will offer you a rate of pay, and you will either accept or negotiate pay. So don't try to ask that. Don't. Okay? All right. So, yes. So after you finish your interview, make sure to shake the interviewer's hand and say, thank you so much for considering me for this job, this position, and it was great, you know, talking with you. And then leave. Don't stick around. Don't linger. There's nothing else to talk about. Leave. Get out of there. Go home, eat some ice cream. Forget about it. You know, just forget about it, okay? And in, you know, 2 to 5 business days, maybe they'll give you a call. Who knows? But as long as you know you've left it all in that interview room and that you stood out from the other people around you, that's all you can do, man. That's literally all you can do. As long as you know that you've sat and done all you could, it's in their hands if they want to hire you or not. So I obviously got the call, and they offered me my rate of pay and told me asked me when I could start. And the rest is history. I've been working there now. I actually just got off work. That's why I'm still nicely dressed up. I'm obviously not in black, but you can, you know, veer away from the color scheme just a tad. It's just black and grays, and you'll find out what it is during your training, okay? Because they make sure to go over that heavily. But all in all, go out there, slay your interview, and start making some people happy. You know, start making those connections with those people that come into the makeup store, because that's what life is all about, is making those connections. So yeah. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. I hope I didn't get off track too much. And if you have any questions, just make sure to leave them down in the description. Not down in the description, what? Down in the comments. You guys can't type in the description, what? Yeah, so if you have anything to say, anything, or you just want to know how my day was, just comment down below and let me know. All right, so until next time, until the next video, I'm so sorry for this late upload. Like I said, I was at work. But until the next video, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Let's get me to I don't even know what I'm at right now. I don't know. Give me some more followers, subscribers, okay? Let's get this video up in likes. Like, let's do this, because, honey, all this ain't cheap, okay? This comes at a price. This whole lights and camera and action comes at a price. All right? I appreciate you all. Thank you all for being here. And please, please, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.